Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we're over here on the Adults Craft server, as you can see, and what I'm going to be going over today is what I think is the most effective way to mine ancient debris. Now, I've seen a lot of people going about it with beds, going about it with TNT, but I'm going to be completely honest with you, I've tried both of those tactics, and for me, the thing that's worked the best, the thing that's got me the most ancient debris in the quickest time, has always been strip mining. So, what we're going to do is, we're just going to quickly go through it. I'm going to spend an hour strip mining, and I'm going to see how much ancient debris I can get in that time. Now, first things first, you've got to make sure that you're completely prepared. You're going to be going into the nether, you're going to be going at low Y depths, and there's every possibility that you're going to find yourself in a bit of trouble. So as far as items that you need to take with you into the nether, there are a couple of necessities, and then there are a couple of things that are nice little bonus items. As far as the necessities go, I'd definitely recommend taking a couple of picks. I would recommend taking one that's fortune and mending, just so that you can get the EXP and repair it as you're going along from things like quartz ore and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely recommend that. If you've only got Silk Touch, I'd definitely recommend taking a couple with you rather than just one. But if you've got Fortune 3 and Mending, you should be fine with just that. On top of that, I'd definitely recommend taking some potions of fire resistance. They're going to save your skin so much. Always keep one in your hotbar as well, but we'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, definitely going to need potions of fire resistance to get you 8 minutes. They're nice and easy to craft. I'm going to be taking a decent little supply of them with me, just for this little mission. I've easily got an hour's worth of fire resistance potions there. It's up to you how you use them. We'll go over that once we get over into the nether. To craft a fire resistance potion, the first thing that you need is nether wart. The second thing that you need is magma cream, and then the third thing that you need, I've not actually got, is a redstone dust. 1 second. Ooh, shiny. And the way that you go about it, I'll just craft 3 up really quickly just to show you. Grab 3 of these, go to your station, make sure that you've got fuel in it there. If you've not got any left, you just need some blaze powder. And then what you do is, you get your water bottles in there, you go with the nether wart. Once the nether wart's finished, you go with the magma cream, and then finally, once you've done with that, you just go with a piece of redstone dust, and what that's going to do is it's going to upgrade it from a normal fire resistance potion, which gives you 3 minutes, to a fire resistance potion level 2, which gives you 8 minutes. It's a massive difference, and all it costs is 1 redstone dust, so yeah, always worth doing this. And there we have it, we've got 3 more 8-minute fire resistance potions. Other than that, I'd recommend leaving things that aren't going to be necessary. So yeah, there we go, moderately clean inventory. We've got the potion box with us, which we're definitely going to need when we get over to the nether. But, speaking of which, let's get over there and get some debris. Okay, and here we are now in the nether, and what I've got is, I've already got a tunnel that I've worked on, so we might as well jump into there because I've already started doing some work. I can show you what I've already done, and yeah, let's jump down there. So here we are in the nether, we've tunneled down, and what we've done is we've come all the way down to Y10. Now the reason that I've done that is because netherite ancient debris, it spawns more frequently. I believe it's between the levels 12 and 17. So I've probably come a couple of blocks too low, to be honest with you, but we will be able to get it here using this method that I'm doing. And what you want to do is, when you're doing it yourself, bring yourself down to Y12, and what you want to do is you want to do a nice long strip. So I've done about 600 blocks, something like that, 500 blocks, 600 blocks here, all the way down. And as you can see, I've already been working in this area. I was doing this yesterday. All I did was this many tunnels, go in each direction by 100 blocks, and then coming along the ceiling as well, which we'll go over in a minute. This is the dangerous bit though, this is where lava drops on you, so you need to be ready with your fire resistance potions at this point. And the way to do it, do a strip for 100 blocks, go all the way along, come back, mine along the ceiling as well, and that should mean that you're covering a big chunk of the area. If you are doing it at Y12 like I've suggested as well, you'll be covering the entire area where you get the most of the drops. I don't know why it is that I came down to 10, but I did this yesterday when I was mining some ancient debris for myself. And this is the thing, a lot of people, they use TNT, they use beds, and one thing that I've noticed is when I've been using TNT and beds is that it just takes me so much longer to get the same amount of debris because I'm messing about crafting beds, I'm messing about moving beds out of shulker boxes and into my inventory. I've got to keep my fire resistance constantly on because I'm constantly walking over like netherrack that's on fire. You're constantly exploding lava pits. You have to deal with health regeneration a fair bit because you always take a little bit of damage when you detonate the bed, or at least I do. The TNT wouldn't be so much, but the problem with the TNT is the cost of it. Like, gunpowder is a commodity that we need, especially when you spam rockets like I do. So yeah, we definitely need to protect the gunpowder reserves as much as possible. And using them for this, it feels like a waste when I can just do strip mines and find exactly the same amount of ancient debris in what feels like, to me, a quicker time. So this is why I only really bother when I'm coming for ancient debris doing straight mines. I don't bother with beds anymore. I have done before. It didn't really work out for me as well as I wanted it to. Same with the TNT. The cost of it was just too much. This is 100% the best way in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the next hour mining ancient debris, and I'm going to see how much I can get. Now, the way that you do this, you can chug a fire resistance potion straight away, get the next one out of your shulker, put it in your hotbar ready to go, and then as soon as that runs out, chug the next one, and just keep on doing that. Like I say, if you bring 8 potions with you, you're covered for an hour. The way I tend to do it is, I'll always keep my potion of fire resistance in my hotbar just in case I need it, but then I'll also keep a few blocks in the hotbar as well. So when the lava comes down, I'll try and block it off with blocks first. Blocks with blocks, yeah. And then deal with the source. So, just put a block in the middle of the lava source and that gets rid of it. If it goes wrong, then I chug the fire resistance potion so that, while I'm on fire, I'll quickly chug the fire resistance potion and that'll stop me taking any additional damage from it, and it then gives me 8 minutes to deal with the problem. I feel like that's the best way to go about it, but if you'd rather be safe, I 100% get it. Chug that fire resistance potion straight away, get into your shulker, grab the next one, and keep going. I would probably recommend always having one in your hotbar. Always. Just because you are always going to need it. And probably keep a spare one just in case as well. But to be honest with you, if you get into a situation that you can't deal with in 8 minutes, you're probably in trouble anyway. Make sure you've got food on you. Make sure you've got an ender chest just in case you do need to get in there and get any resources that you might need, if you need another pick or anything like that. But what I'll do is, before I go away, I'll just quickly show you the first one. So from your previous tunnel, or from your starting point, you do your first tunnel, then you leave 2 blocks and do the next tunnel. That way you can see the maximum amount of blocks as you're mining along. And then, oh, look at that, straight away we find some ancient debris. Now, when you find something like this, you want to mine out around it, because they very rarely show up in singles, these ancient debris. Now, knowing my luck, I have just found a single ancient debris. Yes, I have, I think. Oh no, there we go. So like I say, you are encroaching on the next tunnel here, but one thing that I always do is if I find debris, I go with it. I don't stop. I get that debris, then go back to my tunnel once I can't see any more debris. And I think that's going to be that point now. Like I say, as you go along, you want to mine these, get yourself some of that juicy XP. And I wouldn't recommend sprinting. If you just walk along with your pick at that kind of angle, you should get most of the netherrack as you're going through. Oh, there's another one. Now when you do something like that, just really quickly, just patch it up. Make life easier for yourself. Just patch it up. Same with if when you're mining across, every now and again you'll come out into an open room. Just, whoa, and there it is. So, we block it off there. We've still not used a fire res potion. Bam, dealt with. So as you can see, you can deal with it without using your fire res potions, but it's always worth having one there just in case. Oh, and even more ancient debris. This first strip is definitely setting an unrealistic expectation. You don't normally find this much in one strip, but I suppose it averages out. Certain strips you won't find any, other strips you'll find an absolute ton like this. Okay, so there we go. We're at about 100 blocks. Now, I tend to keep going until I reach a natural stopping point like this. And then what we do is, on the way back, this is the dangerous bit. This is where you really need to be ready with your fire resistance potion. You just walk along like this. Clean up the ceiling, and just keep your eye out for any other little ancient debris blocks. If you just go in stages like this, little pulses, you'll clear out most of the netherrack. Oh, there's another one. There we go. You just block it off like that, and you can just stop it. It's risky, but like I said, this is why we've got the fire resistance potions, this is where we've got a nice amount of food. One other thing that you might have noticed as well when you looked in the shulker is that I've got a decent amount of healing potions in there, as well as fire resistance potions, just as that extra little precaution. There we go, I knew there was another one around here somewhere. Knew it. And another one. So these 2 first strips would have been insane. I'm going to guess that we've probably stolen most of the good stuff out of that second strip now. But this is why we go along like this. I've not had to blow anything up. And there we go. That's the end of the strip. And then what you do is, because you've just done this one long tunnel, you come straight out of this one strip, straight into the next one. And you go 100 blocks the other way, and there we go again. More ancient debris. Like I say, in a situation like this, just quickly knock all this out. Cheeky shift click into there just to see. Doesn't look like there's anything else though. Nope, there isn't. So, again, just quickly patch this up so that it's a nice flat floor, like so. That protects you from the lava and anything like that. And then, like I say, just go the opposite way from the previous tunnel for another 100 blocks. This is it. We're going to go for an hour and we're going to see how much we can get. Let's go. Okay, so there we go. That's been 1 hour and look at what we've got. Remember, 1 hour just doing strip mining. How much ancient debris? Well, we got 45 pieces of ancient debris, which I think is a pretty decent amount, considering that I've spent an hour doing the bed method and I've spent an hour doing the TNT method before, and I'd never come out with 45. Maybe at best I'd come out with 20. Something like that. So for me, it easily doubles the output that I get as far as ancient debris goes. It might be different for other people. Other people might do the bed trick a bit better or the TNT thing a bit better. But yeah, for me, this by a massive distance is the best way to do it. And one thing that you can do, once you finish these strips, you can then go back along the strip and just drop some TNT in there. So there's nothing to stop you from grabbing a stack of TNT, running to the end of the strip, just running along TNT, 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 all the way along here, and then just blow it up and see what you missed. That's going to be the end of this video. That is what I believe to be the best way to mine for ancient debris and to get ancient debris so that you can get that lovely shiny netherite armor and netherite gear. But what about you? What do you think? Do you disagree? Do you think that TNT and beds are better? Or are you on my side of things? It's all about the strip mine. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more future content. But more importantly than anything, have a great day.